Welcome to Back Porch Confessions, where the sweet tea is strong, the stories are stronger, and no topic is too taboo for the porch. Grab a seat, kick off your shoes, and let's get into the kind of conversations your mama warned you about, but you listen anyway.
Hey y'all, welcome to Back Porch Confessions. This is Barbara, and today I have Angel Joyner with me. As I had told you in my last video, that Angel will be coming in to have a conversation. I have sent her some questions to kind of get her prepared a little bit, so she's not completely off guard with some of the things that I want to ask.
But I try not to focus on them too much so that I would have an original reaction.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to have a few.
Yeah, I'm going over them in my head going, oh Lord, she gonna get me in trouble.
No, that's not the point. The point is so people will know they're not alone. Yeah. And I told them in the last video that there's so many different levels of what people need. Like, I've had a lot of trauma in my life, but I'm not going to be able to address everybody's trauma because they're not all the same. Right. So bringing you on is bringing your testimony, your traumas, what's made Angel. And somebody out there is going to need to hear it and relate to it. And I think that it's important for me on this podcast to have the diversity in different people and different things that have happened, because I definitely can't cover them all. I could talk about them in general by just going to, doing some research or whatever, but right. I'm trying to look at the camera and then not talk with my hands. So tell me, Angel, who is Angel Joyner when work clothes come off and the bra hits the floor?
Boring.
I doubt that. I'm not going to agree with that.
If someone was to have a camera in my house, they would probably be well entertained, because I have ADD, supposedly onset ADD, so I will go into one room and then the other and have a purpose, but totally forget that purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And notifications on my phone is something that I just can't handle. I'm OCD about that. So I'll get caught up in my phone, running to bath water, making tea, dancing, turning the music up, turning the TV down, talking to myself. But I hear that is a sign of intelligence.
Yes, absolutely. I've heard that too.
But if I don't say it, I don't concentrate on it. That's the way that I quiet my demons. The demons that play in the back of your mind. So I interact. I keep the front of my brain active so I can shut them out. So yeah.
I forget when I go into a room. I have to backtrack and go back to where I was and try to remember what I was doing and thinking. And then sometimes it'll come to me, and sometimes I'm just like, well, I guess whenever I need whatever I was going for, it'll hit me again.
I saw a meme one time that said that you walk through and you see something you're not supposed to see, and the men in black are there to zap your memory.
Oh.
I'm
I'm going to think that every time
okay.
I'm in memory loss, which is frequent these days with menopause and post-COVID and long COVID and all those things. So my brain is like yours. I can't remember why I even walked into the bathroom to go pee most of the time. Just walk back out and go, oh, I was supposed to go pee.
That's bad, Barbara.
Yeah. Oh, that's
it happens.
Bad. It does.
I'm not quite that bad yet.
Yeah. She'll get there.
Things to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that you, a couple years ago, I saw you make a post that you were going to write a book. And I know that you've since accomplished that. I know, and I can just envision, just from knowing you, I don't know you, but I know you enough to know
right.
you. I could just envision you sitting there on the floor just madly writing, and sometimes in tears and sometimes laughing, and then taking the paper and throwing it away because it wasn't good enough and starting it all over. Is that kind of how the process worked for you?
I learned back in grade school to journal, and journaling has been one of the things that has helped me get everything out, to deal with it. And that's not where the healing comes in, not for me anyway. It's when you look back at your writings and you go, whoa, I'm impressed with this person. And it's not something that I've done, I don't write it today and look back at it next week. But, through my divorce and so forth, I have gone back through my journals. And, life can get really, really heavy and beat you down. And you're like, what am I doing with my life? And when you look back at the journals, you go, oh, wow, I'm impressed with this person. I was a good person. I handled that really well, And then to look and say, that was 5 years ago, and look at me now. So it's empowering. So if I got that from it, I'm hoping that others will get something from my book. It's not published yet. It's like the dream that you have going to school naked.
I've had that a few times, or falling from a cliff.
Yeah, very exposed. And even though I've got them out the first 20 years anyway, putting it out there is a entirely different beast. But I have told you before, and I'm going to go ahead and go into that now. What led me to write this book was an elderly gentleman found a notebook of mine, and it had a poem in it that I had wrote when I was having to give state's evidence against my mom for the sake of my little brother.
Right.
And his wife had been through some things in life, and he found it. He apologized so sincerely, but he took it and had it typed up and gave it to his wife, who in turn made him go into the living room and take their baby's picture, who was grown, out of the frame, and she framed it and hung it up on the wall. And every day she read it, and slowly she started getting out of the bed and out of her room and resuming somewhat of a normal life again. And that meant a lot to me. So that being said, it started to weigh on me that I needed to tell my story. My story is not the hardest or the worst. I'll tell anybody that. But there are some really hard chapters in it. And God had it laid on my heart that I needed to tell my story. Something good had to come from it.
Right.
And I told him, I said, God, I can't. I said, if I do, my stepmom will die. She was dying of kidney failure. She needed a kidney. And she eventually died from that. And then I said, God, I can't. I said, my brother is not mentally strong enough to handle that. He will go after this person. And I didn't want that. And eventually my brother got killed in a construction accident in Greensboro. And then I said, God, I can't. He laid it on me hard. And I said, God, I can't. And I said, my husband is a prideful man, and if he finds out I'm not perfect, he'll leave. And after 27 years, he left. So I said, God, you know what? That's a real good idea. Let's get this book started.
So that's where that came from. You started because, you got tired of being told you needed to do this, and things kept happening that you were trying to find excuses and not doing it. And he's just pretty much told you, hey, you're out of excuses. It's your time.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of healing in it.
It is.
There's a lot of healing in it. And, at the time when you were going through everything, I do. I don't know. I'm assuming you probably felt this way. But at the time, when you're going through the mess, through the chaos, through the trauma, you're thinking that you're not good. You're not good enough. You deserve to have these things happening to you.
I'm bad. I'm
You're
damaged.
bad. I'm damaged. Nobody's ever going to love me. I'm not worth being enough. I'm not worth being loved. I'm never enough. All those things go through your head. But I can imagine, because I've started writing my book too.
Good for you.
Once you start doing that, you find healing. And when you said that, just kind of hit me. When you said that, you can now look at this person that you wrote about for those 20 years, and you're like, wow, she's a bad bee.
Yeah.
I really like her. I'm so damn proud of myself. And I'm just...
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. You know, and at our age, we kind of have to...
No, the older I get, the less I give a damn.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. At our age, we have to find the positive out of what we thought was a negative. It hits us more that it was a positive, because when you're younger, you can't see it.
Well, I want to be the voice that replaces the voice in someone's head that is dealing with things that are completely out of their control, whether if it's their age, their environment, their relationship, that says, this life was given to you.
Yes.
This life is a gift to you from your God. Mm-hmm. Live it. Yes. You were not put here to make someone else's life easier.
Right.
This is your life.
This is your life.
And if they are taken away, they got to go.
Yeah.
They got to go. If they're not adding to your life, they got to go.
That's right. Do not leave them in your space. It's not healthy.
And it's okay. I don't care what the relationship is.
Yeah.
It is okay if they are taking away your joy every day, and the minute you wake up, you're filled with dread. Baby, that's too high of a price to pay.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we have to let go of the people that aren't serving us anymore. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that the people are bad.
No.
It doesn't mean that they're not worthy of love. It doesn't mean any of these things. What it means is you're just at different levels in life. And it's okay. I'm letting you go. But I'm letting you go because I love you enough to let you go and not live in this misery for either one of us.
Well, you got to set your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And I set my boundaries with my mom.
Yes.
And I love my mom. Mom, if you see this, you know I love you dearly. But in order to be in my life, you cannot bring this, that, and the other. And if you can leave this, that, and the other to the side, I want to go out to lunch. I want to get together and go through pictures and make picture albums and listen to old country music and all of that. But you're not going to bring that in my life because I've spent 52 years getting it out of my life.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I'm at.
Yeah. That's, it's a tough spot to be in, but liberating at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not a decision you make and you're done with it. And life goes on and it's roses. It's a decision you have to make on the daily.
Yeah. It's funny you're mentioning all this because in my initial episode for everybody, I spoke with my mom and my relationship with her and how, I've learned to forgive her.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Myself. I've forgiven her for myself, not for her, but for myself. And that I understand where she comes from and why she's done a lot of the things she's done. And then there are things that I don't understand, and they still piss me off to this day. And I can't talk to her about them because she will never come to my place with it. We'll never be on the same page, and it's not worth... I want her to spend the rest of her life happy, and it's not worth, to me, those unsaid things that I, as a younger child, wanted her to answer for me. It's not important anymore. And I think as we get older, we realize those things more. What's more important.
Yeah. Well, I've told my mom, things that happened in the past cannot be changed, cannot be unwritten.
That's right.
It happened. I'm not upset about yesterday. I mean, it's done.
We can't.
I'm upset that today she didn't make the choice to choose me.
Yes.
She didn't make the choice to pick up the phone or to even answer the phone when I called. So that's what I hold her responsible for. And tomorrow I'll let go of today and I'll wait for the phone call again.
Tomorrow you'll be 1% better. That's my goal every day. Tell me, What is this going to get some of the spicy things? What's one of the things people assume about you? Bless their hearts, because they're probably dead wrong.
Then I'm a privileged white girl.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, you all are fixing to find out what Angel's all about.
Yeah. I actually have had a couple instances of, and you know, it used to really make me angry because people look at you and they judge you, but you have to go out every day and put your best foot forward. And if that means that I need to put on cutesy clothes and lipstick and eyeliner and, you know, do my hair and this and that so that I can look professional to advance in life, that's great. But your clothes and your makeup and your hair and all of this, it doesn't make you. And it's funny when people make that assumption of me, because I'll tell you real quick, I'm a Cato girl.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to find name brands on me, you know.
We're not getting paid for that plug.
No, we're not, even though I should,
Not
because
yet.
I support them all the time. But I don't carry Coach pocketbooks. I don't, my rings are turquoise and stuff like that. So how someone can look at me and get that assumption, I don't know. Now, my father's family are mountain people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're Native American and really good people. If it were not for my aunts and of course my uncles, I would not have survived my childhood. So this is not by any means trying to say anything ugly towards them, but I had one of my aunts one time tell me, that side of the family calls me Angie. Angie, you're no better than we are, you just talk a little better. What made you think I thought that? You know, and
Yes.
maybe I do speak in a different way, but I threw myself in education when I was little, and that was my out. And I was making straight A's and everything except for English, and I failed flat F. And I had this wonderful English teacher who would come in before school, stay after school, and help me through lunch so that I could pass, and I ultimately became Beta Club. The way I talk does not make me. The way that I don't talk does not make
That's
me.
right.
But people look at me and they think that I come from a privileged background, and that is far, far from the truth.
Yeah. That brings me back to a time when my dad met a woman, and they moved in together. She had 3 children, yada yada. They were just like siblings to us, and I'm 16, 17 years old, and I'm driving back and forth. You know, they live a couple towns away, and I come out every once in a while to visit my dad, and my sister, she says to me, man, I just wish I had the things that you have. She was just coveting my clothes, my car. You know, I'm a high schooler. I'm working a full-time job. I'm paying for all of my things. Nobody pays for anything for me. My aunt and uncle that had taken me in as foster parents, they were putting a roof over my head and giving me meals and things like that. But I pretty much paid for everything else, right down to my shampoo and toilet paper. And, you know, I raised me since I was about 14. Well, she says to me that, and I just look at her, and I don't even know where this came from, but my immediate response to her, and bless her heart, and I know she didn't mean anything by it, but at the time I was like, you know what I would give? I would give everything I have, all these things that I have, to have the time with my father that you have.
Yeah.
I've never got the time with my father. He's never loved me the way he loves you. He's never been there for me the way he's been there for you. He's been there for your lives every single day. My dad has never been that for me. Not after the age of 5. So I would take all these cars and clothes to have those few moments with my dad. And I've forgiven my dad, and I didn't hold anything against it. It wasn't something that set in my heart heavy all the time. But I do remember that conversation, and I will never forget it, because, you know, the comparison people make of us is just, you know, sometimes people just don't realize what they do have. Yeah.
Makes me think of a quote that I have in the book, but you guys don't know me well enough for me to say that yet. So.
Not yet. We might get there.
Tight.
I'll get it out. I'll get it out of her. What's a life moment that made you say, well, that escalated quickly?
Having any kind of in-depth conversations with my kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yes, my youngest right now, bless his heart, I love him to death, but sometimes he and I are like oil and water. I will say something and he'll be like, shut up, Mom. He doesn't really say that, but,
right.
You know.
You can see it on his face.
Oh, yeah. I get that. I get that look.
Well, my kids, while they were growing up, I gave them the right to disagree with me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to raise strong, confident adults, and it has to start somewhere. And so I allowed them to disagree with me as long as they did it respectfully. Respect was the thing in my house. You disrespect someone's space, someone's material things, you got your tail busted.
Mm-hmm.
Did not have to whip my kids very often. And I have great kids, but they're opinionated and they're stingy with their time. And yes, I'm talking about you guys. But I told them their entire childhood, if you don't grow up and become an attorney, you are wasting a God-given talent because you have a gift to argue.
Yes. They say that. All of his siblings say that about him. They're like, he really needs to either be some kind of politician, a preacher, or an attorney.
Yeah.
He's got the gift of the gab. And know it all.
When my son was in high school, he was in some class, I can't remember which one it was, but they were debating.
Mm-hmm.
And whether she knew what she was getting into or not, I don't know, but the teacher had Clay argue one side.
Oh, gosh.
And then he was so strong in it, she thought she was going to be clever and tell him to flip it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. And she just, once she got him to shut up, you know, she was done with that. She moved on to the next thing.
She was like, okay. She didn't know what she was walking into there.
No.
I can see that in him.
Right?
Yeah.
And Maddie's worse.
I didn't get to know Maddie as much as I did Clay, but it's just because Clay and Michaela were, closer in age. So what, Clay's 27 and Michaela is 25. Yeah. So they're just, they're just closer in age. As a Yaya, because you don't go by Grandma, you go by Yaya, I go by Nana.
My newest and most favorite title.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. You just can't.
You
cannot express to somebody what it's like to be a grandparent.
You can't say yaya without smiling.
Yes. Oh, no.
So, and I gotta be the fun grandma.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what's your grandbaby taught you that no adult ever could?
To stop, to slow down,
Mm-hmm.
Just to take it in.
Yeah.
My Bellamy has given me the chance to have my children little again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I touched on this a little bit on mine. Just
that sweet baby will be once more.
Mm-hmm.
She's my heart.
She's absolutely beautiful.
Damn it, Barbara.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
They don't prepare us for none of this. This is what I was saying in my first episode. Is they do not prepare us for how to not be moms. And what our identity is supposed to be after that, because our whole identity has been them for 18 plus years longer because of the amount of kids you end up having.
Right.
And then all of a sudden a grandbaby comes along.
Yeah.
You got a whole new identity. And the world is so much brighter. And you feel like you got a purpose again. I'm just worried that once the grandbaby gets to be like teenage years and they don't want anything to do with you, you're going to go through a whole identity crisis again.
I will whip that child.
Yeah.
She ain't doing that to me.
Who are we now? What am I now? I'm just over here and she don't ever want to see me.
Well, when you're a new mom, it is so hard to figure out how to be you and how to be a mate and how to be a mom. The caregiver to this little one who depends everything on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they depend nothing and you have disappeared over the years.
Yep.
And in too many cases, the partner disappears, and it's like, who the hell am I?
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any titles anymore. Divorcee.
Yeah.
I hate that title.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you fill out any kind of medical form or resume or whatever, not resume, application.
They're singling me out.
It's divorcee.
Yeah.
I'm more than that.
Yeah. I never was fond of that terminology.
Yeah, I'm a
whatsoever.
female, and I'm white and Native American and German and Irish. We're all smorgasbords.
We are. Mine's 57.
I don't mind, you know, claiming all that, but divorcee.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put single,
Yeah.
but I was told I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Why not?
I know. I'm
Why
single.
not? Why does divorcee have to be on there? What good is that going to help me in my job for you to know I'm a divorced person?
Right. I like me better now than I have ever liked myself in my 52 years.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have to mark that, an overwhelming feeling of failure
Yes.
comes over me, and I hate that.
Mm-hmm. It's
So-
it's just like a one-line judgment
Yeah.
that's attached to everything.
Like, you made a promise, you made a vow, and you broke it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As you were talking about, you've worn a lot of hats.
Yes.
Realtor, mama, insurance boss, dragonfly lover. Which one do you think makes you feel the most powerful? Yeah.
No, that makes me the weakest. Definitely the weakest. I'm such a pushover. Just getting into real estate, I can't even claim that one yet. So I would have to say insurance, because getting my insurance license empowered me after my divorce
Mm-hmm.
and give me a sense of pride.
Yeah. I
So,
remember that.
but my most favorite title ever is Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing and no one can take that away from me. I'm a good mama. I always have been a good mama, and I pray that I always am.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are grown, but my kids will always be my babies. And I hope I have more grandbabies, but Mama will always be my favorite.
Yeah. And I will say this, the word mama, yes, it means a lot to us, but the word mama also covers many people. You can have your school mama, your work mama.
Oh, my stepmom
Yeah, your stepmom.
was
you know.
a huge blessing to me.
Yes. And so mama isn't always just a female either. You know, in our generation, this 2025, things are a little different these days. And without saying too much, there are mamas in many shapes and forms. And they're nurturing. Mama is just somebody that's nurturing, typically a female. But with 2025, things are a little bit different there. However, I think the mama covers just the nurturing part.
Right.
And having that hat that we get to wear as mama, me with 4 children, 2 stepchildren, you with 2 children, and, you know, grandbaby, I've got a grandbaby, another one on the way, 2 step-grandchildren. It's just, I've spent more of my life being a mama than I have been anything else. And knowing that, coming out of that, I'm still a mama, but they don't need me like they did.
Right.
Nobody needs me like they did. And even though they still call me and I still talk to them all the time and that kind of thing, they do need their mama, but it's just so different. They don't prepare you for this.
I didn't realize that I've been a mama more than half my life.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm. That's been the longest job I've ever had. Other than being my own disciplinarian, and I suck at that most days.
Yeah, and the most rewarding.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Most days.
Yeah.
There are those days.
What's a hot mess moment you can laugh out loud about now?
I'm not sure I should put that on recording.
Well, give us the non-R rated. What's it called? What is that called? Not R-rated. What is it? PG. Give us the PG. PG-13 version. Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Yeah, YouTube and all that.
I'm
I mean,
like,
it's just not.
I'm dating myself here.
Oh my gosh, Barbara. Let me have that question again.
Yeah. What's a hot mess moment you can laugh out loud about now?
Having the sergeant of Myrtle Beach police force grab my face like this and kiss me on my forehead.
Ah.
I had gotten into an altercation.
No.
Yes, yes. But in my defense, it wasn't, I did not instigate it. This female and 5 of her female friends and 1 of their guy friends came up the road, and she said something extremely insulting and vulgar to me, and I took a running leap of faith and jumped in the middle of them and beat the crap out of her.
No.
And
I can't say I've ever done that.
when the law girl, it's something empowering about it, I gotta tell you, but even though I think I'm too old for that now. But anyway, when the police came, my ex-husband grabbed me by the waist and he was trying to draw me off of her, and I kicked her so hard I ruined brand new boots, and my rings went flying.
Oh no.
And the sergeant, all the police got us all separated and asked us what happened. Our stories matched, theirs didn't. And imagine that.
Yeah.
And I was telling the sergeant, I said, take off your badge and be a woman with me for a minute. What would you do? What would you do? You tell me you wouldn't do exactly what I just did, and charge me with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would, then,
Yeah, go ahead and charge me then.
Yeah. And I begged her. I threw my hands out. I said, arrest me, because if you arrest me, you got to arrest her. And she said, if I arrest her, I have to arrest you, and I don't want to do that. And that's when she kissed me, and she said, I understand. She said, but, we can't do this.
Yeah.
And so they give me some penny charge, so I can still get my real estate and insurance license.
That's great. That's
But
great.
I have to say, she and I have spoken, and we laugh about it now, and everything it's in the past.
Yeah.
Let it go. But, my kids like to pick on me about that, because my ex put the citation on the wall until it completely faded.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Have you had one of those hot mess moments that's made you go to the bathroom and cry when you were done? No. I have a friend, and she, her ex had what was his mistress. They were going through a divorce at the time. She went to go pick up her son, and she happened to be at his house, and she had a hot mess moment. She took her car and done donuts in his front yard.
What's her name? Me and her need to hang out.
Because the other woman, needed to know she was there. And then, of course, she went home and cried about it. But that would be a hot mess moment that you go home and cry about. So I've had a few in my life that I've created. I would have to say, notedly, generally, alcohol is involved for me when I've
the
done,
best stories always are.
Oh yeah, when I've done some things that I would just go to the bathroom and go, oh my God, what did I just do? Nothing comes to mind yet. No. Okay, we'll move on to the next then. What's the pettiest reason you've ever quit something or someone?
They told me they loved me. I will run for the hills.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. She's not ready for that yet. So whoever you are, she's not ready for that yet.
Okay, so I have so many issues. My issues have issues.
Yeah, we're running from each other.
Yeah. And 3 of my biggest issues which I think if people were to be honest, most people share this with me, is trust, commitment, and abandonment.
Fear of all of it.
Yeah.
Fear of commitment and commitment and abandonment and just lack of trust in people in general these days.
Yeah. When you grow up, and I did, and you don't feel loved from your parents, it does something psychological to you, to where you don't feel like you touched on at the beginning, like you're worthy of love. And then when someone tells you they love you, and you look in their eyes and you see the sincerity, but then they do the most horrible things, or they turn around and use the things that you've confided in them against you.
Yeah.
Those words come out like bullets, and they wound, and they make you run. Or that's the way I feel anyway. So when you start, when I comes out, you know, I'm tying my running shoes on. When love comes out, you know, I'm getting the pace. And by you, I've not heard that. I'm gone.
Take it easy, people. Slow your roll.
I'm good to date you for 6 years, 18. Yeah. Just don't say that.
Yeah, not yet. Just
show me.
Way into it.
Show me.
Yes, love is more of an action than it is a word anyway. But people just completely don't get that.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it. I want to feel it.
Yeah. Oh, the love bombing just comes out way too fast to people these days. And just the fact that people think that if they say they love you, that you're supposed to just automatically believe it, and where, you know,
and say it back, and
it's and it's just this beautiful thing. No, you've taken that away now.
And they want to take ownership of you, and you're like, no.
All right, so if your life had a soundtrack, what song would be playing during a breakdown and your bounce back?
Breakdown, bitch. There, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover,
Yeah.
And to dry the tears, I'm like a teapot, you know, short and stout. When I cry, like you just saw, I have to let the steam out, which means probably 20 tears, and then I cut it off. Tears cost me to get migraines, and it's not worth all that to me. So, to get me back where I need to be and in a good mood, Savage Daughter.
Oh, yes.
That is a empowering.
Who is the maker of that song?
Girl, I can't pronounce her name.
Okay. We'll put it in the notes. But Savage Daughter, if you haven't listened to it, you really need to.
You really do. It says, I will not lower my voice. And that is the empowering lyric to me. It's like, and I'm screaming it, you know, you're talking about when the bra hits the floor. Yeah, I'm screaming it.
I would have to say, I probably would be Eagles for the breakdown. Would be It's Time for Me to Fly.
If you're talking about one to make you cry, Conway Twitty's Lay Your Troubles on My Shoulder. Girl, if a man said that to me, I would probably look at him and say, I love you.
Yeah, that's when the I love you might come out.
Right.
But
I won't mean it, but
at
the time I will.
But that's such a, like for a man to give that space to you and you to feel that safe. That's what a woman wants. They don't want to be masculine all the time, but a lot of women are, because the men don't give them that space.
I don't want to be masculine at all. I'm tired.
Safe. Yes.
I want to be a taken care of woman, and I'm not talking about financially.
No.
You know, put gas in my car. Don't let me have to stop the store and do that.
That's
you know,
right.
Take my phone away from me and say, baby, go get a bath. If the kids call, I'll answer it. Other than that, it's not important. Go take care of you. That's what I need.
Right. Don't make me ask for your love.
Don't make me ask for anything.
Don't make me ask for you to do the things for me that you should already know to do.
If you love me, if you love me and you've done said these words to me, by that point you should know me well enough to know what I need.
Yep.
And yes, communication is a big deal and so forth and all this and that. But when you, talking to the guys here, when you get with a woman who has advanced in age and who has been divorced or who has been in a bad relationship, know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Know what you're getting into, because she has had to take care of things, and that is jumping the lawnmower off, putting a pee pipe under a sink, climbing up under the house, put insulation on pipes. Yes, I've done all these things.
There's not a lot of women that know what these things even are.
Right?
So that tells you how masculine she's had to be.
Yeah, and I hate that. I absolutely hate that I have to do these things, because I am a nurturer. I am a person who likes to take care of. I mean, you tell me you're sick, buddy, I've got a big pot of homemade chicken and dumplings on the stove for you, and I'm going to tell you need garlic and honey, and I'm going to scratch your back, and I'm going to rub your feet. I'm going to nurture and take care of you. But at the same time, damn, do a little bit for me. I don't require a lot. I don't want you scratching my back. I don't want you cooking for me. I've got that. Take my phone and let me just go take my bath and breathe for a minute.
Yeah.
That's simple. Right. And anybody who knows me, I mean, you know this about me, and we're just girlfriends, so it just leaves me puzzled.
Yeah, it does. Just totally leaves me puzzled.
And don't tell me, baby, you need tires, or baby, you need to mow your yard, or baby, you need to fix that flag. Well, if you see I need to do it, get your ass out there and do it.
Fix it.
If you're my man, fix it.
Fix it. That's right. Fix it. Dude, that's the one thing we do want you to fix. When we come to you trying to vent, we're not asking you to fix the situation at that point.
Listen.
We just want you to listen.
And if I'm talking too much, come up and go, yeah, baby.
Yes,
yeah, baby.
yes.
Yeah, baby. And as you're getting closer, grab my face and just slowly kiss me until I shut up. I mean, I'm easy.
She's easy. No. You really aren't easy. I promise. But neither are you. Men are not easy. When life knocks you down, what gets you back up? Coffee, Jack, Jesus, or a pure stubbornness? Or a combination of all?
Mentally down, I go and see my kids in Bellamy. When I just can't take anything else, they're my happy place. If you ever see me drinking straight whiskey or especially tequila,
oh Lord,
you might want to leave
really
the room.
Does make my clothes fall off.
No, it makes me, if I'm shooting tequila, that means that I am about to lose my shit and I'm trying to stop it quick. Jack and Jesus, the only two men that's never done me wrong. I think it's kind of ironic that my last name is Joyner too, Joyner, Jack and Jesus.
Yeah,
that will pretty much tell my whole story.
Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack.
I like a gentleman, but I ain't afraid to go Black Label.
No.
Don't even. That's where I started.
Yeah. Me too. I started with Jack and Dr. Peppers. And then went Jack, Diet Dr. Peppers. And then I just had to quit drinking it altogether because it really does make me mean. I can get really mean. My brother could probably tell a few stories of me and Jack.
I wished I could
find.
I wished I could find that one thing that gives me that excuse.
Yeah.
Because I would buy it by the freaking case and I would take care of a whole lot of problems.
A whole lot of problems.
And they go, it wasn't my fault, it was Jack.
Jack made you do it. What makes you do it? What makes you do it? Yeah.
I bet a lot of them are saying tequila.
Tequila. Yeah, I know. My daughter, Michaela, tequila. Jennifer, my oldest, she's probably whatever alcohol is being consumed at the time. She's not picky. Have you ever pretended to be fine when you were 2 seconds from flipping the table?
Every day.
Every day. I know that's like a loaded question for women, I think. There's so many times throughout the day that I just, be it a client, be it one of my kids, be it the hugs, be it somebody driving in front of me that has no common sense, with those rampant in this area with the people that have no clue how to drive. I think that's because parents don't teach their children how to drive anymore. They drop it on somebody else to do it.
Driver's ed.
And driver's ed is fully expecting you to already kind of have some kind of common sense behind the wheel. And so the two have not met yet.
My kids were driving at 3 and 4 years
Yeah.
old. My son could back a gooseneck trailer full of hay.
Yeah.
4 years old, sitting on a sack of soybeans. When I found out, I went through the roof.
But he did it.
He did it. He did it like a champ. And that man can drive his ass off now.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that has helped me on the daily, and you've heard me say it many times, is if this is the worst thing that happens today, is it still going to be a good day?
It's going to be a good day.
And
I have adopted that a little bit.
Yeah. So I use that a lot. And so far, I've broken every family tradition, including going to jail.
Nice.
But that's still open. I mean, it's a chance.
Let's knock on some wood.
But I fight the urge every day. But my kids say that my kids and my friends say that if I ever am put in jail or prison, that I would be known as Mama within 30 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would.
So,
I could see it. I totally could see it. Yeah, I totally could see it. This is a loaded question for you, and I can't wait for your answer. What's one thing you thought you wanted? You got it, and then you said never again.
A man.
There you go. How did I know?
I've been single, divorced for 9 years.
Divorcee.
I hate that title. And I have dated a couple times.
She's been a bad bitch. And how long?
My whole life, baby.
Years. Well, I know, but you're really bad now. You're really bad now. She don't need no man.
Yeah. I went 2.5 years and didn't date at all. And then I went on one dinner date, and he told me that even talking to me was intimidating.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have a strong personality, and a weak man is not going to be able to handle you.
And that's why I stay single, is I want a man who is stronger than me.
Yes.
Not physically, but emotionally.
They're so secure in themselves
Yeah.
that your strong personality is only going to feed them and not break them.
And let me tell you, when I love so deeply, and I am loyal to the point to where it's not good for me.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, you really have to do something to me to break ties. But at the same time, I'm 52, and there's only so much I'm going to tolerate.
That's right.
I don't have the patience for it anymore, because I have figured out I can do this on my own. I don't want to, but I will.
Right.
And I'll be happy when I do it.
Yeah.
So,
What's a piece of advice someone gave you that aged like sour milk?
don't tell.
Yeah. Why not? Why not tell?
Don't tell. Like, you see what this has done to me, and you want me to protect the person who did this to me.
Because we come from generations. Our parents and their parents came from generations, and this is one of the things again that I touched on in my episode, was they love to sweep things under the carpet and pretend like they don't happen. Don't tell. Don't tell our family secrets. Don't let the skeletons out of the closet. Well, I'm sorry. Like I told them, my nickname as a child was Motormouth. I did not tell. And I spoke a lot about how I felt about anything. And I have learned to reel that in with age. And
I'm getting worse with it.
relationships I've put myself in relationships that have quieted me. So
Lowered your voice.
lots of parts of me have been removed because of the people I've allowed to be in my life. And that's just part of my story that we will,
I did that.
eventually.
I did that.
Talk about.
I was trying to walk the walk, talk the talk, and be somebody that I wasn't. But I'll tell you the truth. and this is a place I really didn't want to go on the podcast, but my ex-husband forced me to become better than I was born to be. And I want to say that again. He forced me to become better than I was born to be. I was born to settle and to fight every day for everything. And
That's
just
the road you came from.
yes, and just to accept that this was life and to get comfortable with it. But he never allowed me to get comfortable. He always pushed me to be better, to want to be better. And I can't take that away from him. I don't have any hard feelings for him. You know, we are good. We were best friends for nearly 30 years. But I will forever be grateful to him because he did not let me get comfortable with where I came from.
Well, people are in our life for a season and a reason.
Yeah.
And they're not always going to be there forever. And that's one of the things that you took from that situation. You took a lot of other things that weren't so good, but that's one of the things that has made Angel who Angel is.
Yeah. And, you know, without him, I would not have my children nor my grandbaby. And so, no, I won't speak ill of him. He is a good man, just our story came to an end.
That's right. That's right. So who do you call when you need to laugh so hard you snort?
When I read that question, that was one of them that I focused in on because I want to say this person and that person, but in all honesty, it's a girl I used to work with. Her name is Jana. And Jana, I'm hoping you're watching this because that girl, through my divorce, would take a phone call from me 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And she wouldn't just, you okay? You know, She sat up in bed and she talked to me for hours.
Nice.
And there were times that we got drunk together on the phone. We got drunk together. And, you know, I just talked to her the other day. She made my grandbaby the cutest shirt. It says, my yaya is better than yours. It's Savannah Banana is her business. And I absolutely hated this girl. Hated her. She was a tattletale tit and just... And to the point to where our bosses, because it was 3 offices in one, our bosses put us in a boardroom. I haven't told you this story. Put us in a boardroom and told us, figure it out or pack your desk.
Oh.
And I'm sitting on one side of the boardroom table. She's sitting there at the door. And we're sitting there for about an hour and we're going, you know, what are we going to do here? You know, I can't afford to lose my job. She's like, I can't either, but you're such a pretty princess. She said that to me. I told you, people judge me.
Oh, what? You don't know me.
I literally came across the table when I grabbed her by her shirt. I was like a dog on all fours on top of the boardroom table.
What'd you say?
We busted out laughing, and I'll tell you the truth, we have been the best friends ever since.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, Janet, for being that for her. I love it. I absolutely love it. If your younger self met you today, what would she say? And would she cuss? Mine would be raising Cain at me.
This is why I took a Klonopin before we started this.
She'd be hugging me.
Yeah, I often think of not the 5-year-old little girl, but of the 16-year-old. At 16 years old, I had a nervous breakdown. No doings of my own. So I would hope that she would be very proud of me.
She would be.
I would hope that I could make her feel safe, because safe was something I didn't know at that time. And I would look at her and say, I believe you.
I believe you. I have for a long time, Miss Angel. I think the little girl in me would probably slap me around sometimes. She'd probably want me to kick me square in the tail sometimes. And other times I think that she would be so damn proud of me. And how far I've come, and like you, the generational curses that I have broke and gotten away from. And I'm not perfect. I've made many mistakes as a parent. And some of those generational curses that my mom and family and dad and whoever passed on to me, I did to my 2 oldest children. And that's something I have to live with. And we have all had our conversations, and we've moved past it. Mm-hmm. But it's a guilt that will live with me forever. And when I say my little girl and me would kick my ass, she probably would kick my ass over that, because I never wanted to be that type of mom. And not that I was bad. I had whenever I get to that part of my story, you'll understand more. But I just know that I've worked very hard on myself and on healing. And I know that my journey is meant for other people. I know that your journey is meant for other people.
Well, you also got to give yourself the graces. Mm-hmm. You're not perfect. Mm-hmm. There's only been one perfect that's ever walked this earth. And like I said about my mom, what has happened has happened. Mm-hmm. Today is a new day. Mm-hmm. Do better. Mm-hmm. That's the only power you have, is to do better today.
Do 1% better each day. That's I got that from Coach Brock, and I say it all the time. And I'm 1% better today than I was yesterday. Colin Wallace is another guy that says that. And he absolutely has thoughts of the day, and I think you should follow him. I think you would like what Colin has to say. Okay. He's fantastic. He lives in Alaska right now, but
God bless him.
He is more of a Washington State kind of guy. But his dad, mom passed. Dad was ill. He went to go spend time with his dad. Moved back to Alaska, and then his dad passed a couple months ago, I think. And to watch his journey of going through that grief, and as a man being humble enough to speak on it,
right,
and be open in social media about it, has been, it's left me with hope that not all men are garbage. I think you need to follow Colin Wallace. I'll send you his stuff.
I can tell you, as a single woman, not all men are garbage. Yeah. The few men that I have dated since my divorce, I'm friends with all of them. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't work because we're all so damaged. Mm-hmm. And I'm a beautiful disaster. Mm-hmm. If you look at the statistics of the things that has happened in my life, I should be a crack whore or dead. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I have issues, and I claim them. They are my demons, and I work on myself. I self-dissect a lot. I want to be better, but at the same time, I give myself the grace of knowing that I should be a lot worse.
Yes. I do struggle with that. I do not give myself grace a lot of times where I should. I will beat myself up one side and down the other. I'm terrible about that.
We are our own wicked stepmothers.
Oh.
We mother ourselves
yes.
since we were very young. Mm-hmm. And, we're constantly in our heads, you should have done this. Why did you do that? Yep. And going home today, I will go over everything I've said today and go, oh my God, what were you thinking?
I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have asked that question. I get you totally. But you're fine. I don't think that you've said everything I feel needed to be said. With that being said,
And I'm holding back.
She is holding back a little bit. We'll get more out of her later. What's your go-to method for pulling yourself out of a funk besides deleting half your contacts?
Music.
Yes.
Music.
Yes.
Turn it up. Turn it loud. turn the windows down, roll the windows down, or turn the music up and dance naked in your house and just dance it out.
Naked. That's not one I've tried.
It's not pretty.
I do like to put the music up, but my neighbors might get a little shocked. I've got some pretty big open windows here.
Well, okay, so what normally transpires there is when I am just weighted down and beat down and I just can't take anymore, I always wind up getting in the bath, and sometimes I take a bath with Jack.
Yeah.
And then I get out, and like I told you, I'm a teapot, so I let a little bit out, and then I suck it up. And I don't like putting clothes on when I first get out of the bath because everything just clings, and I don't like that.
I can't. I hate that. I hate that.
And so, I'm like, I am not going to bed. I am not wasting the rest of this day, and I'll turn my playlist up and I'll shuffle until it finally figures out what mood I'm in, and then I just dance it out.
Nice. I haven't tried that. I do love to dance, and I do love to listen to music. I also listen to a ton of podcasts. I think that would be the part for me. I guess I've gone away from music. I used to sing.
I make small children cry when I sing.
With my thyroid issues with the Hashimoto's, I just can't sing like I once too much. Even though I can still sing kind of from my chest, anytime I need to use my throat voice, I can't really do it because it just hurts.
Okay. So while you touched on that, I want to touch on something. I cannot sing, and I know this, but when you sing, your soul is happy. You don't have to sound good. Don't ever let someone stop you from singing. It doesn't matter if it sounds like nails on a board. If it's making you happy, they don't have the right to stop you.
Yeah, don't let them stop you. No, I stop myself. Nobody has ever stopped me from singing. I stop myself. And more so now that I have a difficult time and it bothers me. Like it hurts my heart that part of me. There's lots of parts of me that have gone away since long COVID. So it bothers me. And so I just don't. I've just kind of hung that up. But I do miss it. It's soothing for me to be able to sing. Anything from Barbra Streisand songs, Conway Twitty songs, to Amazing Grace, to Go Tell It on the Mountain, to, Louis Capaldi songs that I love. There's one there that he has now. I can't even remember the name of it right at the moment, but I absolutely love this song. And I do have myself recorded singing it.
It don't have to be good.
Oh, that's right.
It doesn't. I know. It just has to lift your spirits.
I do this all the time, and I ask myself all the time why I do it. What is one thing that you think women need to immediately stop apologizing for?
Being ugly.
Having an opinion.
No, I'm talking about, oh gosh, I look a mess. Of course I see you, I didn't expect to see anybody,
Yeah.
Baby, no, you're beautiful. You are living your life. Your hair doesn't have to be perfect. Your makeup doesn't have to be perfect.
That's
okay,
right.
We're all going to wrinkle unless we die young, and I'd much rather sag than...
I got you, and I got...
Yeah. I have creepy skin,
Creepy skin.
I used to have pretty hands.
Yeah, me too.
But, not so much anymore, but there's a lot of love in these hands.
Girl. Well, maybe I'll tell you. There's this man that I didn't really appreciate much of him anyway, but I loved his fiance at the time, and we all hung out every once in a while, and I was out with them one night because I was their DD most of the time, and I had my hand on the table like that, and you see, and he goes, what's up with your hand? I said, I don't know, I guess it's just the weight loss and everything else, and he was just like, and got a whole full body shiver. Girl, I felt like 2 inches tall and wanted to crawl underneath the table. And I'm just, ever since then, I've been like, don't look at my hands. They're awful.
Girl, I have a story to match yours, and I'm not trying to trump you.
Oh, no,
we don't do that.
No.
but the audacity of people, and
Right.
I don't think they think. I choose to believe that they don't mean to offend you. It was just
his natural body reaction, everything, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that was. I wanted to punch him, and then I also wanted to hide.
You talk about sucking it up, you know, and pretending like I'm fine. This is a key moment for me doing that. As you know, I had COVID really bad, and my oxygen dropped down to 59, and I was almost an hour away from the hospital. So it was just bad. I did survive it, thank goodness. No, not thank goodness, thank God. But I lost my hair, and I used to have very long, beautiful
Me too.
black hair. And
Not black, but I did have long hair.
I didn't. I did not realize how I hid behind my hair. You know, I could go without makeup, and I still got compliments because my hair was pretty. I could gain weight, and I didn't think about it because my hair was pretty. You know, I always got compliments on my hair, and I lost it. Like, I will share pictures one day. I lost it. And my daughter was in beauty school, so I went, and she couldn't bring herself to cut it, so she got her instructors to cut it. And then it kept coming out, so I literally got a man's cut. Well, where I had been out sick, when I went back to the office, one of my board members came in, and he looked at me and looked at my forehead, and I knew what he was looking at, you know, and that was bad enough. But he said, "Girl, you're about to match me."
You're talking about the wrinkles.
No,
Oh, the baldness.
the baldness.
Oh, crap.
The baldness. And this man is a good man.
He did
Love him,
not mean
respect
it.
him.
Oh.
But I wanted to just break down and
Yeah.
just cry. But I couldn't. I was at work. I needed to maintain. But I took care of what he needed, and when he left, I went to the bathroom and I just cried my eyes out.
Oh, yeah.
Then
That's one of those hot mess moments.
Yes. Then I
Yeah.
tried to do the whole wig thing, and those of you who wear wigs, God bless you.
Bless you. I couldn't do it. I didn't have to go as far as you did, but I did have to cut all my hair off. Like, I had to come up just right at my chin level, because it was just coming out in clumps, and it was dead and dying, and then it's way thinner. My hair used to be so much thicker. So with COVID, I also lost, but I didn't, and not to say this is in a good way, like, oh, thank God I didn't, but I didn't. I know your pain, though. I know
I couldn't
the
hide behind my
scariness
hair
of-
anymore.
Yeah, like, you know, your hair. As women, our hair is definitely a part
No,
of
wait,
who we
boobs.
are. Yeah,
You know, hair and boobs.
it's a part of
These
who
are the
we
things
are.
that identify a
And
woman.
when we lose that, it is devastating.
It
And
is.
people have no idea unless they've actually gone through it.
But
The mental breakdowns that you have over that, and the you want to hide from the world because you don't want them to see you, because you don't look like
But you
a
can't,
human.
because
You got to
you got to go to work.
Yeah.
You know, you got to you know, pay the bills.
Yeah.
But I tried to do the wig thing, and it felt like I had 1,000 ants in my head. And I was helping a customer one day,
Gave me chills on my legs.
and I couldn't handle it anymore. It was a hectic day at work. I took that wig and I slung it on the floor, and I looked up at my customer, and she was an African American lady. She died laughing
bet
at
she
me.
did.
She said, "I ain't never seen no white woman do some shit like that."
I bet she hadn't.
And at that point, I said, "Never again."
Never
and
again.
I owned it,
Owned
and
it.
I grew through
And you
it.
did.
Yeah.
You did. I followed you on that process, and I prayed for you a lot during that time, because I
And
know
I appreciate
how
it.
you feel.
I sucked it up and went on with the program.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a terrible. Women having to lose their hair, alopecia. Those women that have alopecia. I just, my heart hurts. It just.
I
hurts.
hate that things are out there as a whole that is supposed to identify all of us.
Yeah.
You know, so these women, and I've thought about it. In fact, I made a post about a year before I actually lost my hair about shaving my hair off. You know, it was a
moment.
it was one of those filters, you know. And I thought,
Oh, I think I remember seeing that.
I wished I could be the woman who is just shave it off.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop conforming to everybody's idea of what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not a good look for me.
Yeah. I don't even want to look at that filter. I don't know what I look like. I don't think I have that kind of head for it. I have a tiny head, so I just think I would look like...
I think I have too much of this.
you know that, yeah, exactly. You know Beetlejuice, where the guy's sitting there at the end, and he's got this big body and an itty bitty head. That's how I feel like I would look. I don't want to know. I'm good. What's a blessing you didn't recognize at first because it came out of chaos?
One morning I was getting my son ready to get on the bus because I was pregnant. Or actually, I think I had just I was still pregnant with my daughter. And I gave him some cough medicine, and he says, Mama, he said, you spilt my cough medicine on your road. And I knew I hadn't. I knew what it was instantly. The second I looked down.
Oh, no.
And I said, well, it's okay. I'll just wash it. And I got him on the bus, and I went to the bathroom, and I pulled my house coat back, and my right breast was bleeding. And my mom had cancer, breast cancer, and currently has it again. But the fear of God went through me.
Yes.
You know, and went to the doctor, and of course you gotta wait for the mammogram. Then you have to wait for the results. Then you have to go and get a digital mammogram, and it's just a long. We've got to do better with that because mentally you are broken before you ever get the diagnosis.
Right. You've already killed yourself off.
Yeah, you're making plans.
Oh yeah.
So, thank God I did not have breast cancer. They said it was a duct that was bleeding, and it wound up bleeding again a couple years later, which forced me to go and get the BRCA1, BRCA2 test.
Yes.
And out of that, I found out that I did not carry the genes.
Nice.
Does that mean that I won't get breast cancer? No.
Less likely.
But it's less likely, and that means that I cannot pass it to my children. So that in itself gave me such a sense of relief. And
that's a weight that you can take off.
Yeah, that's one less thing I have to worry about. I still do my checks. I still go in. I get the mammograms, not on the regular like I should. I'm trying to do better with that. But my God, the older you get, the doctor's appointments you got to go to. And throw COVID in there too.
Yeah.
So, that was a blessing. And it came out of pure chaos because I had a 6-year-old, I was pregnant, and then this, you know, but ultimately it came out to be a blessing.
Nice. Well, in this area, they have this thing called her scan. And I've had an ultrasound of my breast before in the military at some point, whenever, I don't know what base we were at. I just remember it happening. And our chiropractor that's in Eden, North Carolina, he opened up his office to do her scans because his wife has had breast cancer and these kinds of things. So he put it out there on Facebook and said, if you want to come, set up an appointment and have a her scan, whatever. So I hadn't had my mammogram, so I was like, oh, I would much rather do that than have them, stick it in that thing and smack my booby. And it's awful. It's the most uncomfortable thing, and you're trying to get yourself all twisted up. This woman's
it always winds up pinching this sweet meat.
Yeah. This woman's oodling your boobs, and you're getting no satisfaction out of this whatsoever. And then the her scan, I go in there and I lay down, and she just does her thing. It's goopy, but other than that, it gave me fantastic. So you can go through insurance if the insurance will approve it, but if they don't, then I think it's $200 out of pocket. I've paid the $200. I'm fine with paying the $200 for that. I would much rather pay and save up for a whole year to pay that $200 for that her scan to be done. So if you're in this area and you want to know more information about her scan, let me know and I'll get it out to you. But yeah, it's a fantastic thing. I won't go get another one. Not the regular one.
Well, I have to get the digital ultrasound.
It's probably kind of like the her scan then, I would think. Because it's a digital ultrasound is what it is.
More into that.
Yeah. Okay, got a few more questions for you. What's your guilty pleasure that's too good to give up, even if it's ridiculous?
My baths. There's been days I've had 4 baths in a day.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so terrible for your skin.
It is horrible, especially because, I mean, it's like I'm cooking lobster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I look like a lobster when I get
Mine
out.
is piping hot when I'm in there. My
But if
husband
it's
doesn't
not hot,
understand
I'm
it.
not clean.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I'll tell you something. Most people who have experienced any type of sexual assault
Mhm.
will have to take hot baths.
Yes, 'cause
And you
feel
know
like
what?
you're not clean.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Just lotion
I
up.
should really thank you for saying that,
You're
because I
welcome.
can't never explain to my husband why I always feel the need to take like scalding hot showers.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how you don't burn your skin off.
It's a mental thing.
I have been that way forever, and you know, from 9 to 13, I was molested by different uncles, and yeah, I have to like being clean.
Even at this age.
Yeah.
That still lingers. And I've never had a medical person tell me that. But the girlfriends that I've talked to, we all have that in common.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing that you said, because I never really put that together. But now I have an answer.
I
for
can
that.
remember-
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why we need this.
At 16 years old, when he climbed off of me, I bounced off of walls
Mm-hmm.
and went to the bathroom, and it was pure hot water.
Yeah.
And
You
when
couldn't
the
get clean
water
enough.
when the water turned cold, I cried even harder because I hadn't washed him off of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's if you've not been through that, you cannot relate to it.
Mm-mm.
But that feeling comes with date rape. It comes with rape. It comes with molestation, and anything along that line. Even if you're married and your spouse forces you to have sexual encounters with them, it's the same feeling. You get the same feeling from it, like being, you know, it's wrong. It's a wrong situation. No is no, no matter whether you're married or not married. No is no.
Right.
And I think that many women probably don't. This is one of those things that I, hope can come out. Many women don't talk about it. They don't talk about the things that have happened to them like that, or the situations in their marriages that have been like that.
But we've got to make it okay. We've got to make it okay to talk about it, because not talking about it puts it under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, you don't heal.
Nope.
Mentally, you don't allow yourself to get past it. You'll never get over it,
Right.
but you have to get past it.
Yes.
And that's the only way to break the family traditions or curses,
Mm-hmm.
is you have to make it out. You have to bring it out of the closets.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to know that you're normal.
Yes. You're still normal, regardless of these things. You are good enough.
You're probably more normal than
You are definitely more normal. I'm telling you, you're way more normal than you're thinking you are. Yeah. Wow. What's your back porch confession? The real, the raw, no makeup truth, ready to share. What is the biggest thing you want to take away from this? You want people to take away from it?
that you're normal.
I've said it several times.
Because if you look at me and you see anything that makes you envious, or makes you think that I'm well put together, or that I'm privileged, or you're wrong. You are so wrong. I struggle on the daily, but you know what? As my ex-mother-in-law, mother of heart is what I call her now, used to tell me when I was 17 and in love, shoulders back, girls up.
Girls up.
And somebody told me along the way, or maybe I read it, or maybe it's just me being my own stepmom, look people in the eyes.
Yes.
You know, own your space. It will make you intimidating, but that's okay. And just fake it till you make it. Because I have fooled people my entire adult life, and I'm a hot mess. But hey, I'm still doing it.
I'm a hot mess every day. Every day I'm a hot mess. And as I tell my kids and my stepkids that, you know, I'm a bitch. But I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. You're not gonna be sitting around wondering how I feel or think about something, because you're gonna know.
I'm only a bitch when you make me become a bitch.
You will get what you give me.
Yeah, and don't ask me something that you don't want. And I will ask you, are you sure you want me to answer that? Because you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't carry lipstick around with me, so, you know.
You know, and once things are said, you can't really take them back, and some people are just easily offended.
Yeah,
So.
I do try to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
And, you know, you and I were talking about this yesterday, I think. People, my daughter's forever telling me, Mama.
Mine too.
Mama, don't be a bitch. Because I say what needs to be said, but, you know, if they only knew what I was holding back. Like, I only give maybe 7%. You might be able to say 10%, but I'm constantly pulling myself back. So, yeah. So if they knew half the things that we women were thinking, they would probably be shook to their cores, to be honest with you. Most men would definitely be shook if they knew exactly what we were thinking most of the time. I can't put most women in our category. I mean, I think you and I together are on the high spice rack.
I am definitely spicy. I am definitely spicy. My husband will definitely tell you I'm spicy. His family has said he's met his match. He's definitely met his match. We'll see.
But do you know, I am more who I was at 16, now at 52, than I was between 20 and 45. 20 and 45, I was trying to walk a walk. And
what everybody thought you should be.
Yes, I was trying to.
You're an angel Joyner. You're supposed to be this person.
Yeah, I was trying to level up. And I come to realize that I was just watering down good whiskey.
Don't do that no more.
Don't do that.
Don't waste that whiskey. That stuff's expensive anyway.
I'm very expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can be. I'm not like high maintenance. Definitely not high maintenance.
I'm not high maintenance, but you're going to have to put one hell of an effort in.
But you are going to have to show up. And if you can't show up, I'm going to show myself out. That's right. Well, thank you for coming to the Back Porch Confessions. We will tell you to let them. Let them. Just let them. Let it go.
Let yourself.
Look it up. And Mel Robbins has the book out called Let Them. If you have not read it, make sure you go read it. It's fantastic. I have this new trick that I like to do when I'm reading books. If it's got an Audible as well, I'll get the hard copy and I'll let the Audible read it to me while I flip through the pages of the Audible. Right, I flip through the hard copy and the Audible's reading it to me. I'm like, this is fantastic. And I can highlight what I want to highlight.
I haven't gotten into the Audible books yet. And even though I have a love for reading, I haven't read in quite a few years because I promised myself I would not read another book until I finish mine. And I am at age 20.
Almost out of excuses?
Yeah. I am at, I have written up to age 20 and a couple great stories thereafter. But I'm still debating on whether if I should write about my marriage. Because that's not just my story, so.
It's not. And like I said in my first episode, that, you know, I will not be delving much into my marriage because that's my private life and I prefer to keep it there.
It's all your private life, though.
Yeah, right. But that's a now private. Like, it's a now thing, and no marriage is perfect. Mine certainly isn't. And we grow every day.
Girl, my dating life is the best part of my story. What you talking about?
Well, you can talk about yours, but I also then have to have permission from my husband, who probably would not give me permission to have free conversations about our relationship. I do think that I will mention things, but I have no intention at this point of going into depths on certain things that are in our relationship.
Well, this is
private right now.
As you should, because you open that door, it's very hard to get it closed
It's
back.
for the world to see, and I don't want that.
But one of the issues that I have is, like I told the story about the weight being on me to tell my story. It's hard to cut it off at 20 because my brother didn't die till much later. Oh, gosh, he was 29, so I was 27. And then, my stepmom dying and then him leaving. So if I
Go to that point, at least.
to him leaving,
Yeah.
then that tells the whole marriage. So I don't know
This is
how
my-
to end that.
This is where my story begins.
But my son has told me, Mama, you will have a happy ending even if I have to write it myself.
Yeah.
So, but,
That'll be your next chapter. You end it at that. It'll be your next book. That's your next chapter.
okay,
We're
you're
going to get her to write 2 or 3 of these things.
my old boss wants me to write just strictly about my dating life.
Oh, it would be interesting. Yeah, that would be, mine was when I was single. Oh, Lord. Of course, when I was single, it was all these app things were just kind of starting out, Tinder and whatnot. And there was one called Farmers something. And me and the women at my work, because I was single and most of them were all taken, married, or what otherwise, we would sit there during lunch hour and flip through the farmers. The farmers, what is it? Farmers something. Anyway, I don't remember what it's called now, but it's Farmers something. And we would have the biggest laugh during lunch. And and some of them were like, we would be like, ooh. Send him a message. Send him a message. No, I don't want to. But yeah, that was the Chronicles.
Oh, it gets bad when your
The dating
girlfriends
life
or your
chronicles.
daughter goes on your phone and they're like, laugh.
Laugh,
Ooh,
yeah.
right. Laugh,
Ooh.
laugh.
Yes. I don't have that problem right now, but you and Angel B do. And that would be hilarious to sit here for a whole conversation on one of these days, just to hear the two of you talk about your dating lives, because you're so kind of parallel from one another, and your voices your personalities are big, but big in different ways. And I just think it's so humorous.
It would be a whole lot of this.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it. I think that would be so much fun. And you guys would probably love it too. So I am going to have the email in here again if you want to send us a double-spaced PDF, which is a PDF, and give us some advice on what you want to hear, what you want to talk about. Do you have any subjects that you think you want to cover at some point?
Oh my gosh, so many of them. You and I had talked about being your own medical advocate. I do think we need to talk more about the different types of abuse and give information on where and how to get help on those things. I do highly suggest that every one of you go on sexoffenders.com and find out if you have sex offenders in your area. Do keep in mind some of them have been falsely accused. I know of a gentleman who was accused of raping his wife just because he had a screwdriver in his back pocket, and she was seeing another man, so that was her way out. And I know this man very, 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 very well.
That's awful.
He was like a father to me at one point. So I do give that little bit of caution out there, but know your surroundings.
Yes.
And especially with the sex trafficking now.
Yes, I have preached that to my girls please be careful. And even my youngest son, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because it's not just the women that get, you know, taken in traffic. So do young boys,
men.
young men.
Yeah.
It's scary.
They say that if you're tatted, they don't want you because you're easily
not
identifiable.
cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I keep threatening to take Bellamy and tattoo her up.
You,
Ask for
you might wanna
forgiveness,
clear that
not
with
permission. He tells me flat no, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm his mama. He'll forgive me.
He will. He will. Just one little tattoo, something. Yeah, I think we have a lot of subjects that we need to cover, and we have a lot of ideas of our own.
And we're very opinionated.
Yes, we are. We got a little bit. We feel how we feel.
And make no apologies
Make
about
no
it.
apologies for it. We are not going to. I don't. I feel how I feel. You don't have to agree with me, and I'm completely okay with that.
That's a wrap on this episode of Back Porch Confessions, where the tea is hot, the stories are real, and we never apologize for keeping it honest. Produced and edited by the magic makers over at Zay Media. Until next time, keep your porch talk spicy and your secrets safe. Mostly.